Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office has emphasized that data on the population at high risk of a Mayon eruption will support essential response efforts and economic governance in the province. In an interview with APSEMO Research and Statistics Division Head John Eugene Vincent and Escobar, the official stated that the data is crucial for cost-effective disaster response and robust economic governance. The official also emphasized the importance of incorporating up-to-date data into strategic decision-making process to ensure the maximum use of resources. APSEMO further emphasized that this data will assist disaster response teams and local government units in identifying vulnerable communities within the volcano's danger zones, enabling more efficient evacuation planning, including determining necessary transportation, shelter capacity, and personnel allocation. In other story, the local Economic Development and Investment Promotion Office has recorded and promoted 15 micro, small, and medium enterprises in Albay for the first quarter of 2025. This is through the Ledipo Business Hour, Magnegosyo Tayo, a program that highlights success stories of local entrepreneurs in the province. The businesses featured for the quarter include clothing, apparel, floral arrangements, the food industry, hotels and resorts, water refilling, and surveying. This initiative aims to showcase the products and businesses of the owners to a wider audience while connecting them with new opportunities. Meanwhile, the office remains open to accommodate MSMEs that wish to grow their business by being featured and promoted in the program at Albay PIO Net TV. In the national scene, the International Criminal Court is considering involving victims of rape and torture in hearings regarding charges against former President Rodrigo Duterte, allegedly committed during his brutal war on drugs. Filipino human rights lawyer Gilbert Andres stated that, in addition to the thousands of extrajudicial killings already attributed to Duterte, survivors of rape and torture may soon play a crucial role in the ICC case. In February, the ICC's Office of the Prosecutor filed an application for an arrest warrant against Duterte, citing crimes against humanity including murder, torture, and rape. Prosecutors argue that Duterte acted as an indirect co-perpetrator, meaning he can be held criminally liable even if he did not personally commit the crimes. A 2019 report submitted to the ICC detailed instances where police officers raped women connected to suspected drug users, with some victims later murdered by law enforcement or unidentified assailants. A separate data from the U.S. State Department documented 16 police officers implicated in 8 rape cases between 2017 and 2018. From January 2017 to July 2018 alone, the Center for Women's Resources recorded 13 cases involving police abuse of women, many of whom were detained and vulnerable. In other story, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation has launched a groundbreaking initiative to provide free outpatient care for children suffering from severe acute malnutrition. Developed with technical support from UNICEF and funding from the United Kingdom, the program covers medical treatment, nutrition counseling, and ready-to-use therapeutic food at no cost to families. Infants under 6 months are eligible for support of up to 7,500 pesos, while children under 5 can receive up to 17,000 pesos. The Severe Acute Malnutrition Outpatient Therapeutic Care Benefit Package is expected to assist around 100,000 children annually in rural and underserved communities. With the Field Health Project, thousands of children at risk of malnutrition-related complications and even death will gain access to timely care. The new Field Health Package enhances the role of frontline health workers, including barangay nutrition scholars who screen and refer children for treatment, often under difficult conditions. In other news, the Department of Health has advised the public to monitor the air quality index in various areas to help avoid exposure to polluted air. This guidance follows the Quezon City government's identification of 11 areas with unhealthy air quality for sensitive groups and 5 areas with very unhealthy levels. Department of Health Secretary Ted Urbosa urged individuals sensitive to air pollution, such as those with asthma, emphysema, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and similar conditions to always keep their rescue medications readily available for use as prescribed by their doctors. Furthermore, sensitive individuals and the general public are also advised to avoid or minimize exposure to haze or polluted outdoor air by staying indoors. And in the news outside the country, Amnesty International confirms the global system of law and human rights is under threat from a multiplicity of assaults that have accelerated since U.S. President Donald Trump's return to power, based on its annual report. The lives of millions of people had been devastated in 2024 as a result of conflicts and abuses committed in the Middle East, Sudan, Ukraine, and Afghanistan, where women's freedoms continue to be curtailed. The report singled out some of the world's biggest powers, such as the United States, Russia, and China, for undermining the achievements of international law, as well as the fight against poverty and discrimination. While these reckless and punishing offensives had been underway for several years, according to Amnesty, Trump had served as a super accelerator of those trends. The new administration has also frozen U.S. international aid and reduced its funding to several UN organizations. In particular, it aimed at countries that had challenged decisions by the International Court of Justice in The Hague against Israel, following a complaint of genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza filed by South Africa. And finally, in the news outside the country, Myanmar marked 1 month since enduring its fiercest earthquake in over a century, even amidst a humanitarian truce, as thousands of survivors camp in makeshift shelters. The magnitude 7.7 tremor was the strongest with an epicenter on Myanmar's land since 1912. As reported by the United States Geological Survey, resulting in nearly 3,800 deaths, according to an official toll that continues to rise daily. Devastation was concentrated in the second most populous city, Mandalay, where apartments, tea shops, hotels, and religious institutions were either destroyed or heavily damaged. With tens of thousands still homeless, as the monsoon season approaches, Aid agencies are warning of significant challenges ahead. Meanwhile, a 2-year relief plan is being developed due to the geographical impact of the earthquake. And that's all for the news at 12, April 30, 2025. We'll be back on Friday for more news updates. And thanks to our news writer, LJ Lurejo and Erica Dumlao. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduca Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Baby Glenn Daong Bungao. Happy Labor Day tomorrow. It's a holiday. Enjoy the holiday, folks. I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.